What's up? Not good news with high school football. They did not win. But I'm so proud of those kids. Those young adults. They fought so hard all year long. Created the identity that they had and did well. Like it was awesome to see. And I'm glad I didn't lose my voice all day, even though I was yelling quite a bit. The other team, though, a lot of penalties. And when I say a lot of penalties, I'm probably I don't know. I'm probably not gonna be able to say all of it because it's probably a lot more than we saw, but a lot of the penalties that were thrown were offsides, horse collar, personal fouls. I think one kid got ejected. It was really different. And the weird thing is that kids on our team didn't do anything like that, anything remotely close to that, and it was totally strange. But here's what it is. Game's over. Monday, tomorrow, they start basketball practice. I'm not sure how many kids they have, but for a handful of kids, they are seniors. I don't know if it's exactly 5, but it's going to be a long season. I think their first game starts on the 30th, and their actual first game that's not an exhibition game, which is an actual league game, I believe is in January. So they got a long time, and in between the 30th of November and January, they're going to have, I think, 3 or 4 tournaments. Some of them are local, and I think there is probably 2, I think, that are not. 1 or 2. So it's going to be a challenge, because I want to be able to make it to every single one of them if it's possible, because I don't have all the time in the world to take off of work, and I know that some of those days I probably won't be able to make it, but that does not diminish the eagerness that I'll have, and I'll probably be thinking about different ways of being able to have time and maybe not go to 1 or 2 of the games, and then I'll be able to have enough time just in case something happens, like car breaks down, or kids get sick, or whatever the case may be. I still want to be able to have time available, because you never know what's going to come up. I never know what's going to happen between this week and next, once the kids are in sports, because they might need more attention. I know that normally when you're going through a sport, it's more of them going through the practice and stuff, going through the soreness, and then hopefully before half of the seasons, they're able to get within the rhythm, if they haven't already gotten there. I know that Terrell, he is, I guess, over-exceeded his expectations for himself when he did cross country, and he was so thrilled and excited with the accomplishments that he had made within that. And I know that he was wanting to do it just for basketball anyways, but I think he found something that he kind of really liked to do. And I know that if he would have probably stuck with that, I've said this before, probably years ago, he'd be a lot farther than he is now. But you know, it is what it is. I know that my youngest sees those things, and I know that he will take advantage of going to like track and field. I don't know about cross country because of football, but I do know that playing the sports in the summer and stuff, that really helps to keep them active and going physically, so that way they're able to maybe not be behind at all when actual school sports starts. Because right now, since basketball is starting, they'll have the 1 to 2 months where they're going through conditioning, running drills, learning plays. Everything's going to be new to a lot of kids that are starting this year. I think there's probably 5, maybe 6 kids that are new. I'm not sure exactly how many kids are going to be joining as freshmen, but since it's going to be a bigger team, they will have JV games, and it's going to help them. I just hope that, at least for my youngest kid's sake, that he picks his brother's brain as soon as possible, as much as possible, and maybe even ask the questions he probably would have never thought of before, but I know going through the experience of learning something that's new, anything that you can do or grasp that has knowledge, something that could help you out, even when you're not able to ask questions. That's why I tell my kids, I was like, you got YouTube. It really helps with just about anything you can think of, especially if like they want to do conditioning or exercising certain areas of the body. Like that right there is such a huge resource that if you're not using it and you just try to do everything by yourself off the top of your head, not saying that you won't achieve anything, but I think learning from a pool of knowledge will help push you forward further, I think, if you take advantage of it. I remember when I was growing up, I wanted to see and read all that. They didn't have the internet like they do now, and everything was in either live TV or magazines or books or whatnot. So it wasn't as accessible as it is nowadays, and pretty thankful that my kids actually have the opportunity for that, because I know as they get older, and if they had kids, I'm pretty sure that their kids are going to probably be a little bit further along too with knowledge and learning things a little bit quicker, because I just believe that having access to the internet in general, to be able to look up things, learn things, is so much, I don't know, it's so much easier for the brain to learn when you have a bunch of things to be able to pull from, instead of, I don't know, like 1 or 2 things and that's it, and that's all you can deal with. But I know for some people, like for me, when I want to learn, I have to do things over and over and over and over again before it becomes second nature. And for some people, like Terrell, he could watch it, learn it, pick it up, move on to the next thing, which is really beneficial if you could do that too. So anyways, I'm gonna get going. Have a great day.